Hello everyone, welcome back. It's been 4 years since I first entered high school, so I think it's fair to say that I'm a graduate now. There was no for obvious reasons there was no official ceremony, and I'm yet to receive a paper diploma, the ultimate participation award I call it. But I mean, yeah, I guess it's safe to say I'm an official high school alumnus. I was just looking back at my old Twitter archives, and I found a few tweets from the day before my first day of high school, first ever. I said, "Oh no, tomorrow is the first day of high school. I want these next 4 years of high school to be the best, most positive years of my life, maybe, hopefully." And then I said, when my channel, referencing my YouTube channel, dies out soon, just remember one thing: make good decisions and make good friends. This will get you through. What is this melodramatic crap? But hey, I don't plan on quitting YouTube anytime soon, as long as you keep showing your awesome support. And if I get bullied at school because of my YT vids, so be it. I mean, that was like partially true. I mean, people brought it up. There wasn't necessarily much bullying. Which totally would have been warranted, given that I made Minecraft videos. I'm just kidding. Don't bully people for making Minecraft videos. But to be fair, mine were pretty bad. I don't think any reasonable person could expect to make a Minecraft love story and not expect to be punched in the face. Sorry, I didn't get punched in the face, by the way. That was just a hyperbolization of the situation. Anyway, maybe I'll make a different video just talking about all the different times people brought up my YouTube channel in school. I think that could be a fun one. Stay strong, guys. If you're having issues in your life right now, you will look back years later and most likely laugh at how worrisome you were. So I guess I was reassuring myself, because I think I was pretty worried about going into high school for the first time. In fact, I had a dream last night where I entered high school for the first time, but it was so different, where I actually felt so lost. Flashbacks maybe, I don't know. It was a weird dream. It felt like I was entering college that was labeled a high school. I don't know. Good night, everyone. Time to enter a new chapter of my life. Thank you for your love. You are all freaking amazing. Thank you. Heart, heart, heart. Oh my god, I'm glad I've changed. I will say, this last year of high school, the symptom that many teachers and students refer to as senioritis hit me quite bad. Now that I've successfully left school, I can admit that I did not read a single assigned reading for AP English, literature and composition. I also managed to get through the entire second semester of AP Physics, calculus-based, the electricity and magneticism section, without learning a thing. 100% was not the teacher's fault. In fact, he was one of my favorite teachers in high school. He was a really fun guy. And a good teacher too, of course. But I just couldn't think of a less relevant field to what I want to pursue in the future than calculus-based physics. Over these last 4 years, there were so many memorable moments. For example, my school hosts a homecoming and prom once a year, so 2 events per year. The only one of those I went to was my freshman year homecoming. I was expecting a middle school activity night type of event with ping pong tables and basketball. But no, it was just a concession stand and a bunch of kids dancing and we'll say the colloquial term, making out in the gym. From that day on, and I still believe this now, I thought high school dating truly is one of the stupidest things ever. It seemed like I was the only one who held this opinion. My friends who had relationships disagreed. Relationships which all came to an inevitable end. I hope none of them watch this now. Aside from homecoming, I remember during lunch, I would always try to sneak across the entire cafeteria to put a chip stealthily on some of my friends' shoulders. I thought that was hilarious. And of course, my friends would also retaliate with their own stealth attacks. So it was a consistent fight. Speaking of consistent fights, I remember I would always get into arguments, we'll call them, or debates, pointless debates regarding a certain philosophical situation in which if someone's mother dies, right, could you say, "I have a mother" or "I had a mother"? I argued that you can't say "I had a mother" because the definition of mother means someone who has given birth to someone else. So just because your mother dies doesn't mean that you no longer have someone who has in the past given birth to you. That's why I say the statement, "I had a mother," makes no sense. It seemed like no one was on my side for that one either. I seriously went against the world with that argument, and you know what? I'm glad I did. I still think I'm right about that one. As we continue along throughout high school, I remember actually giving speeches. I didn't mind. In fact, I really found it memorable. Giving speeches and voice acting I thought was really fun. For example, in PE, I took a PE leadership class, which is one you have to actually apply and get into, in which during your junior year, you would spend a class period with all other accepted PE leaders, and then during your senior year, you would actually join a freshman PE class and act like as the teacher's helper, essentially. You'd also help facilitate activities and make sure no kids are in the back doing whatever kids do in the back. Anyway, I can probably put in the description of this video a link to 2 speeches I gave in the junior PE leader class, which I put a lot of effort into. So I don't know, if you want to watch those, feel free, I'll leave them. I remember in junior year we would film these historical debate videos where you'd choose a partner and you would act as a certain historical figure. So for example, in one debate I was Alexander Hamilton and my friend Jake was Thomas Jefferson, and we would argue we would debate, I forgot, something about the Constitution, and we'd record videos back and forth just trying to roast each other. That was really fun. I remember in junior year, I was, this is a moment that stuck out to me. I was revising my argumentative paper. I was writing an argument against Medicare for all or universal health care, and I was getting essentially help from my English teacher, who at the end of the session basically indirectly told me, well, this is just propaganda. Because I was making some occasionally weird claims without corresponding evidence, and I thought, you know what, he's right. He's totally right. This is propaganda. Claims without direct evidence backing them up should be labeled propaganda, so that was a big learning moment for me. Then in senior year, I went on a field trip to our county's courtroom, and it was really cool. We got to do a bit of a mock trial, or a hearing regarding the subject of whether there should be a statewide $1 tax on plastic bags. I forgot exactly what group I was a part of, but I was some sort of organization that was against that proposal, and I got to answer questions directly back and forth with 9 quote-unquote senators, which are just students acting as senators, of course. And we successfully won that case. I think it was like 7-2. Oh, you know, we have to go back a little. Playing the Greek piano concerto at the very last orchestra concert of my junior year, that was a night. I have the entire video on YouTube. I mean, it's been over a year since then, and it was really, really awesome getting the opportunity to play a piano concerto with an actual orchestra. That was definitely a standout memory from high school. So what else was there? Senior year, I did break into a bank. I don't think it was an illegal type of break-in, because me and my group of friend musicians, we were in the city of Peoria, and we were trying to find a building that would take us up an elevator, because someone in the group wanted to take a picture of the entire city, you know, going down, get a nice panoramic shot. And I guess the highest building with multiple levels was a bank. And I don't know, it felt wrong, because we were being sneaky. Make sure no one saw us. But all we wanted was that picture. I'm glad that no one found us, because, I mean, any reasonable person, upon seeing a group of teenagers, half of us which I think had hoodies, you know, they probably would have made the assumption that we were up to no good. But I mean, if I told you that that wasn't one of many high school experiences that I will forget, then I would be lying. I mean, there are so many other memories I can recall, like the time that I skipped school in order to conduct interviews for 10 hours straight. that was also a fun time, but it was actually a really good experience. I don't regret it. But yeah, I mean, I could be here all day talking about memories from high school, but we're unfortunately out of time. Of course, it wasn't an ideal ending to the school year. The entire fourth quarter was dedicated to e-learning, but honestly, I mean, no school administration ever gets enough props, especially during this time. I mean, at least speaking of my school district, they really did an awesome job communicating with everyone and making sure that the transition from physical classroom to e-learning was as smooth as possible. So really, I mean, I'm thankful, and I'm sure that there's definitely been a lot more kids that have had it a bit worse than I have, a lot worse than I have. So in the future, I'm thinking of making a video about the general concept of high school and higher education, and analyzing certain parts of it that I think could probably need some changing. But overall, I think I've had a really good high school experience, and for my fellow 2020 graduates, I hope yours was good as well. Thank you for watching. I guess I can confidently say that my tweets 4 years ago were wrong. I did not quit YouTube, and I can say solidly today that I'm not planning on quitting anytime soon. I have a lot of video ideas that I think you guys are gonna find insightful, hopefully, and also entertaining. That's my goal over these next few months. So thank you once again for coming to listen to what I have to say, and yeah, other than that, I'll see you next time.